As you guys know, I always have your best interest here on the channel. I always look to give you guys some great options to smell amazing. Whether it's a cheapie, an indie, a niche, or a designer brand, I always look to give you guys some great options and under the radar fragrances to get you smelling above average. And of course, the video today is all about that. It's one of those such fragrances that will definitely give you an edge for a great affordable price. So guys, stick around, it's up next. Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. This is Max Forte, your fragrance aficionado here on YouTube that keeps you in the know. If you guys love to smell great, you love to make a great first impression, you know this is a good place to be. So if you enjoy the channel, guys, leave me one of those. Touch the little subscriber button. Of course, hit the little bell icon so you get these videos straight into your feed. So today we're going to get right into it. So the fragrance I'm about to review for you guys here today belongs to a very successful YouTuber, which talks about style and fashion. Of course, Aaron Marino, aka Alpha M. And this particular fragrance here belongs to one of his brands, which is Pete & Pedro, a very successful hair product line company. And Pete & Pedro has a whole bunch of fragrances, which I've actually reviewed for you guys. I'll leave the links here so you guys can check them out. Of course, Rebel, King, and Hero. In this particular one called Villain, which just dropped, a 2021 release, brand new. Those previous fragrances that I reviewed for you guys were inspired by very successful DNA and fragrances that Aaron loves. Of course, Acqua di Gio, the original, Creed Aventus, and of course, Creed Green Irish Tweed. This one here is also going to be inspired by another very successful fragrance, which I'll talk to you guys about what it reminds me when I get to that part. But needless to say, it's going to be a darker, bolder, more daring type of a fragrance. When you have like your bad side, your more mischievous side that you want to bring out, this would be the fragrance. So we've established a couple of things here from Aaron Marino, Alpha M. Number one, he loves to smell great. The guy has good taste, you know, from the fragrances he's trying to, you know, duplicate and, you know, do his take on them, if you will. But we've also established that he's also a very cheap individual, meaning he does not want to spend $200, $300, $400 on the bottle to smell great. And you can't blame the guy, right? So what did he do? He did the next best thing. He came up with great DNAs with his take on it that will emulate those very expensive, amazing smelling fragrances for a very affordable price point. So that's what he did with Hero, that's what he did with Rebel, and that's what he did with King. Now, Villain, it's supposed to be a darker, bolder, more daring kind of a scent, great for evening wear, for those occasions when you really want to dress up the, you know, the nines, you want to be a little bit more formal, a little bit more romantic, if you will, you would pull this particular fragrance. So with all of that out of the way, let's take a look at Villain, guys. Villain is a darker box, as you can see here, compared to the other ones. This is actually Aaron's signature right there. So nothing crazy with the box, the presentation. It's a 50 mil cardboard box. Nothing going right there as far as like, you know, really intricate and elaborate box. Just a simple cardboard box. The bottle itself has this black, you know, matte finish, really cool with the Pete & Pedro little donkey, Villain, and it says Pete & Pedro right there. This is an Eau de Parfum concentration, 50 mil, and the sprayers are actually pretty good. It'll give you a nice distribution. It will get the job done. Now, the smell itself is a whole different ballgame. You guys know how much I love my dark, woody, spicy, ambery type fragrances. That's what you're gonna get here. You know, as you know, the previous fragrances were a lot lighter, a lot greener, a lot fresher. You know, we're talking about Green Irish Tweed, Aventus, and Acqua di Gio inspiration. This one here, guys, the inspiration was actually Tom Ford's private blend Tobacco Vanille, which I own a big bottle. This stuff here retails for, I think, over 300 bucks. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat, when you first spray Villain, it's going to have a very keen resemblance with Tobacco Vanille. The only difference is actually Tobacco Vanille is going to be more syrupy sweet. So if you didn't like Tobacco Vanille or you thought Tobacco Vanille leaned a little more feminine, guys, this is actually a good thing because this fragrance here, in spite of the fact it's going to have a very predominant tobacco and vanilla, you know, scent structure, it's going to be a lot more wearable than Tobacco Vanille, meaning it's not going to be as syrupy, not as sweet, even leaning a little more towards feminine for some of the guys that don't like, you know, really sweet and ambery and syrupy scents. This, as you guys know, it's a bomb. And the one here from Pete & Pedro, you know, Villain is also going to be a bomb when it comes to the projection, the performance, but it's going to be a little more tamed, a little bit more wearable because of some of the elements that he added here made this a lot more tamed. Not because the performance is going to be bad, but it's not going to be as loud or as sweet, you know, as you get with Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. Now, some of the notes here, you're going to have a combination of citrus up top, with the lemon being the most predominant one, coriander and spicy nutmeg. The heart of this fragrance is really where it's at, guys. It's the superstar. You're going to have ginger, cinnamon, cloves, lavender, other spices, and absolutely gorgeous note of honey. The base is absolutely fire as well. You're going to get tonka. You're going to get some resins like benzoin. you're gonna get tobacco and of course the vanilla. So this is actually my scent of the day to prove to you guys it's actually the middle of summer right now. You know, fall doesn't get here until late September, so I'm actually rocking this fragrance. I went 4 sprays with this fragrance today, and I'm actually really nuclear. I'm really projecting. I'm really, you know, I have this gorgeous scent bubble around me. I've actually gotten some really positive compliments today, unsolicited, by the way. So if you like compliments, if you want to smell unique and elegant and sophisticated, guys, this will definitely get the job done. So it opens up very unapologetically bold, sweet, spicy, you know, sugar and spice, makes everything nice, with a little bit of that amber in, you know, surrounding of the whole composition, giving that really edge and nice sophistication about it. If you guys are familiar with Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like private blend level. From the get-go, you're really gonna perceive that honey, which is absolutely gorgeous, along with the resins and the tobacco and the vanilla are really predominant from beginning to end. It's really going to surround the whole composition. The heart, there's gonna be some transition going on here because of the lavender. It's very aromatic. The honey, along with the tonka, will add more sweetness to the fragrance, but not overly done. And that honey combination with the tonka and the lavender and the amber will give the scent a semi-powdery vibe, which is head-turning for sure. I have the dry down on my skin, guys, and I have to tell you, it smells absolutely fantastic. In the base, you have vetiver, which adds a little bit of an earthy to the fragrance, along with sandalwood and guaiac wood, which you guys know are great woods for aromatic and upscale and, you know, refined fragrances. And this fragrance has that quality for sure. It's upscale, it's refined, and it's head-turning. This particular fragrance, guys, will definitely be a statement type of a fragrance. It'll really jump off your skin. It'll really project. You're gonna get your presence felt. If you're looking for a fragrance to really make a statement, to command a room when you walk into it, Villain is definitely gonna give you that particular statement that you're looking for. So the bottom line, guys, what does this fragrance reminds me of? Of course, it reminds me of Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford Private Blend, but I like this a little bit more because I think it's a little bit more masculine. And here's the deal, guys. Am I saying this is better quality than Tom Ford Private Blend? I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, though, is does this give you great quality for the buck? Is this like a big bang for your buck? Is this really a great price proposition for the scent itself, the performance, and the smell? Absolutely, guys. I'm telling you right now, for the price, for what you're getting here, for the kind of fragrance that this is, for the kind of, you know, compliments that you're going to get, how you're going to feel, how you're going to smell. One thing I noticed for sure from wearing this fragrance, and of course I've worn this fragrance for many years, Tobacco Vanille. Tobacco Vanille is one that if I do 2 sprays, it's more than enough because it's, like I said, very heady, very syrupy, very deep, very dark, extremely sweet. This one here, whilst still very sweet and very dark and mysterious, it has this freshness to it. Perhaps the lavender that was added in here and some of the notes made this a lot more wearable for like everyday wear. If you want it to smell amazing, if you go to an office every day, or if you have presentations, or you want to really, you know, evoke, you know, style and sophistication without being too dark and too abrupt, I think this fragrance will definitely give you that edge without being too much. It's not too loud, it's just right. So Villain, for that particular aspect, I really enjoy, and I think if you have this fragrance, it's not redundant to check this out. And when you try them side by side, which I have, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. Performance for Villain gave me 8+ hours. If you do spray your clothes like myself, you're gonna get 10+, which is amazing. When it comes to projection, it pushes really strong for 2 to 3 hours, which you can't really beat it. And it's gonna give you a tremendous sillage, tremendous scent bubble. As you walk around, people are definitely gonna smell you. When it comes to applications for Villain, guys, I would not say this is a casual scent per se. I think this is a little bit dressier, perhaps a button-down shirt or a Hanley. You know, when you want to, you know, evoke a more refined, you know, dress code, I would go with this fragrance, especially for evening wear, dressier occasions, perhaps a blazer, and of course, evening romantic settings. This will be great. And without a shadow of a doubt, fall and winter and early spring will be the best weather for this particular fragrance. But if you control the applications, if you don't go heavy on the trigger, you can potentially wear this all year long. Bottom line, guys, this is a great smelling fragrance. In fact, from all fragrances from Pete and Pedro, this is my favorite because I love my tobaccos. I love vetiver. I mean, the notes that this has, I absolutely love. And I like my woody, ambery, woody, spicy type of a fragrance, and this is exactly what this is. This is what I lean towards. This is like, this is my speed, guys. So this is what I love. So if you do enjoy these type of fragrances, This smells absolutely fantastic. So if you guys think Villain sounds interesting to you and it's something that you'd like to check it out, you can obviously go to PeteandPedro.com and you can use my code FORTE15, which should give you guys 15% off at checkout. Not just on this particular fragrance, but anything at all you guys want to check out at PeteandPedro.com. And here's the deal, guys. The Forte15 is good for only 10 days from the time you're watching this video, and I get no kickbacks from it. So just, you know, I wanted to hook you guys up. This is great stuff. It smells really good. You're going to smell great. You're going to come back here. You're definitely going to thank me later, guys. It's a great find. It's a cheapie that smells like a very, very expensive fragrance. So if you guys don't want to break the bank, you want to smell amazing, here's your chance. Now, of course, this is your turn right now. Let me know in the comments, have you tried anything from Pete and Pedro, whether it's, you know, hair products or, of course, their fragrance, especially their fragrances. Let me know down in the comments from everything you've tried so far. In fact, you guys can get a package right now that they have going on, which will include all 4 fragrances: Hero, Rebel, King, and of course, the newest Villain, for a great price point. And of course, you can use the Forte15 on top of it to get it for even cheaper and try these fragrances on skin, live with them before you actually go for a full bottle, which is actually really, really affordable. Guys, go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you think about these fragrances. In fact, other cheapy, great fragrances that smell very expensive that you guys think I should check out. As you know, guys, fragrances is the ultimate final accessory, so be sure to choose your fragrance wisely. And as always, wear it well. Guys, stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.